What's going on, everybody? Give me a second here while I make sure that I get this set up properly. All right. Okay. So I want to go over the short that I posted yesterday. What's up, our guy? About the gentleman and the deaf man. Hold on, give me a second. Too bad I can't edit that out. But so I want to go over the short that I posted yesterday. So there's an incident that happened where at a Circle K, okay, where a Circle K employee called law enforcement and was trying to get a disruptive customer trespass from his store. It was a Caucasian gentleman. So he called law enforcement. Law enforcement showed up, made contact with the gentleman outside the store, and was speaking to him. That Caucasian gentleman pointed across the street from some random black man and said, "Hey, that guy assaulted me." The cops left the guy that they initially made contact with, got in their vehicles, and literally ran over across the street, and assaulted and beat this innocent man that had nothing to do with the incident whatsoever. The gentleman that they initially made contact with was the guy that the Circle K employee was trying to get trespassed from the property. He just lied to the cops, pointed at a random dude across the street and said, "Hey, that guy assaulted me." For some reason, law enforcement believed him, left him there. I don't even think they formally trespassed him, ID'd him or anything. When it jumped in their vehicles, ran across the street, and attacked and beat and tased this man. Now, this man is deaf. He has cerebral palsy. He had nothing to do with the situation whatsoever. And it's holy crap. And this department, this Phoenix department, is under DOJ investigation, or they were under DOJ investigation. And this happened briefly after the DOJ investigation came out that said, hey, they were using excessive force with physical, taser, and everything. So the DOJ is aware of it, of past incidents that happened, and now they're aware of this. So Jerry, what's going on? Direct D, what's going on? Gloria, how's it going? Yeah, Arizona's best, Direct D. So that was what the short was that I showed y'all a brief explanation on. So we're gonna go over I want to show you guys the video, and like before, guys, this is not going to be something that's going to be long. It's going to be short and sweet. I just wanted to bring awareness to this. What's going on, David Bruce? And I want to know what you guys think in the comment section, man. Mind you, this guy is still facing charges for aggravated assault and resisting arrest. And the judge, for some reason, found reason to continue charges against this guy. It's insane, man. It's insane. So I don't know what the DOJ is going to do about this department. They were speaking about wanting to do some federal oversight. I don't know how that's going to help or if that's going to assist anything. But, man, it's out of control. So I'll let you guys know. We're going to start off. They did drop the charges against him, Direct D. Well, that's good news. So maybe he'll get some justice about what's going on. So I want to show you guys the video. Y'all check it out. And then we'll cut it short and we'll go. So you guys, let's go.
Everybody stop where you're at. Have a seat. Tase him, tase him, tase him. Get your hands behind your back. 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 Hold him. Move. Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Ultra X-ray taser deploy more units. Hand behind your back! Hand behind your back! One more. Hand behind your back! More! Hand behind your back! You're gonna hit. Hand behind your back! Hand behind your back! Now! Hand behind your back! Okay.
And that takes us.
Holy crap, man. So now I don't know a lot about cerebral palsy, but I and you guys can correct me on this. I think that affects maybe the ability to move like extremities and stuff. Maybe I could be wrong, man. But it looked to me like in the video, there was a point in time where he was like, put your hands behind your back. And then he's got the guy's own arm wrapped around his own neck, holding it. It's just the positions that these guys, it's ridiculous, man. This is just absurd. The guy's deaf. He's got cerebral palsy. He had nothing to do with the incident. And then these cops, I'm going to show you what the cops said as an argument on the stand about the excuse for their actions. It's ridiculous, man. And this goes back to one of the shorts that I said back a little while back, that law enforcement will lie 100% on the stand, on affidavits, just in general, to cover up their corruption and misbehavior, man. It's ridiculous. So let's go on with the report.
Tonight's story. Phoenix says the arrest is now under internal investigation.
But that hasn't stopped those officers from going to court and making sure that man was officially charged with assault and resisting arrest. Here's ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biscobee.
We were in court for what's called a preliminary hearing. Basically, that's a hearing to decide if there's enough evidence for charges to go forward. And that means the two main officers had to take the stand under oath.
Since that day,
This is Officer Benjamin Harris, and this is Officer Kyle Sue.
These are the two thugs that beat this man. These are the two thugs that jumped out of the vehicle, or one of them jumped out of the vehicle and just went immediately hands-on. Now listen to the lies.
They're in court to testify against Tyrone McAlpin. He's deaf. He has cerebral palsy, and he's here for a judge to decide if there's probable cause for his arrest on August 19th, 2024.
Have a seat.
So why did officers go after Tyrone? It's because a Circle K called about this guy. His name is Derek, and while Derek was being removed, he pointed at Tyrone walking across the street and claimed Tyrone had assaulted him.
And you didn't confirm Derek's story with any of the witnesses inside?
No. Dude, why don't you wait here first?
Derek's story would end up being false, but in that moment, the officers decided to take Derek's word at face value, leave him, and go after Tyrone.
See, that's more proof. That's more proof that law enforcement will do nothing to investigate, to gather any of the facts, and go purely based off either what somebody says or emotion. Let's continue.
Already established that when you pulled into the parking lot and yelled at Tyrone, he didn't respond to you, correct?
correct.
Did you check to see if he had headphones in?
I didn't notice.
Okay. Did you check to see if there was a reason why he couldn't hear you?
No.
Did you try to wave him down?
No.
During your initial interaction with Tyrone, you wrote that Tyrone raised his hands. Can you describe what that looked like?
Yeah, he raised them in a manner that appeared to me he was going to use them to punch me.
So he raised his hands like this?
No.
Can you demonstrate again, please?
Yeah, he raised them in a manner that appeared to be ready to strike me. So what that communicated to me is I was about to get assaulted, not that someone was giving up.
Now, is it possible that Tyrone raised his hand to protect himself from your punches?
That's not what his body language communicated to me.
That's exactly what this man's body language described to him. Now, I mean, this guy, come on, man. This cop is complete trash, lying on the stand. He knows exactly what he did. He's lying to cover up his actions. I'm about to cook a bird. Let's continue.
I'm asking you if it's possible. Are you saying it's not possible?
I don't know if it's possible. So just underneath my ring finger at that.
If you've noticed the cast on Officer Harris's hand, it's because he broke his finger arresting Tyrone. And at the end of his testimony, the prosecutor asked Officer Harris how all of this could have been avoided.
The defendant.
I'm sure he broke his hand. I'm pretty sure many people would break their hand if they're punching a guy in the back of the head.
Had just put his hands down or said, I can't hear, or I need to write, or something like that, what would you have done?
I would have had him sit down, made motions with my hands to have him sit down, and then I would have gotten a pen.
You wouldn't have
paper and pen out for him.
You wouldn't have punched him in the head and knocked him to the ground and tasered him?
No.
Now, let's get to the testimony from Officer Sue.
As I was going to pull in the park, I looked over and observed the defendant actively swing at Officer Harris, and then as I was putting my car in the park, and I jumped out and ran over there.
Sue's body camera fell off, but during the arrest, he testified that Tyrone bit his hand.
Can you hold up your hand high so we can see, show the judge exactly, point where it was that he bit you?
Right there.
Okay.
There's no body camera footage that shows the bite. And here's what happened when Tyrone's attorneys asked the officer to go through the video.
Anywhere in there?
Nope.
And stop at the moment when he says Tyrone bit him.
Right there.
The moment Officer Sue pinpointed is when the other officer's camera pans up and you can't see Tyrone. The defense asked Sue if it was possible that he cut or scraped his hand on Tyrone's mouth or the ground while choking him. But Officer Sue said no and denied using a chokehold.
Is that your arm there, directly around his throat?
The one on the bottom?
Yes.
That's my arm.
Okay.
So these guys, it blows my freaking mind that even with video evidence, these guys will literally still lie. Even on the stand, there's clear evidence that man was choking them, and they still lie. The smug look on both their faces and the blatant lies coming out of their mouth with video evidence, and these people and somehow at the time the judge sought reason to enough evidence to continue with the charges. It's if that is not enough proof that these guys have a problem with dishonesty and will do anything they can to cover up their corruption and misconduct, then I don't know what is. Let's continue.
And that is around Tyrone's throat, correct?
Looks too hard to tell.
So how is this not a chokehold?
When I think of a chokehold, I think of two arms from the same person.
In a bizarre moment, the prosecution then got back up to prove Tyrone bit the officer, first showing pictures, then asking for a demonstration.
Would you open up your mouth and stick your wrist in your mouth?
Say again?
Could you open your mouth and stick your wrist in your mouth and then pull it out to the side? Did you just cut your arm?
Objection, Your Honor. This is extremely speculative and really doesn't.
Overruled. I just watched him do it. That's not speculation. He's demonstrating.
Officer, did you just cut your arm when you did that?
I did not.
At this time, I do believe the state has presented sufficient evidence to establish.
In the end, the judge found there was probable cause for the criminal case to move forward against Tyrone. The judge didn't give an explanation, but the ruling means Tyrone still faces felony charges of aggravated assault and resisting arrest.
All right, let me tell you something. A lot of these law enforcement that will go up there, lie on affidavits and lie on stand, and just in general, they are hoping that the judge or a similar judge does the exact same thing in your case or anybody else's case in hopes that they will take a plea deal. The cops are betting on the person that they're arresting don't have enough money to protect themselves, that they can't find counsel, or if they have to have the public pretenders represent them, and the DA will throw plea deal after plea deal after plea deal, or hang charges over their heads in hopes that they get arrested again so that they can put them in jail and stack charges. That's what they do. They're betting on you not having enough funds or taking a public pretender or getting rearrested to revoke your bond so that you will take a plea deal. And if you take a plea deal, you guys can correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure there's no civil liability on that end because you admit guilt. Let's finish this out.
Mr. McAlpin, this will conclude today's hearing. I'll have you stepped over to my bailiff just to sign for those release conditions, but good luck to you moving forward in your case.
Again, Phoenix is not commenting on the arrest because they say it's under investigation. But this case is a sensitive one. We've learned the DOJ is now aware of the case. And it's important to remember that the arrest happened after the DOJ released its historic investigation into Phoenix PD. And the feds say they want to put the department under federal oversight.
Hey, buddy, stop where you're at.
All right. So that's what happened. What's up, Andy G? What's up, Texas on the back? Concerned citizen. It's crazy. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. I think Direct D in the comments said that they had dropped charges on the guy, which they should. They should have dropped charges on that guy. That guy should have never been charged to begin with. He should have never got beat. He should have never got tased. It's disgusting. So I hope I didn't ruin y'all's Sunday. I just wanted to bring some light to the short that I posted yesterday. I also put on the community page. I put a poll for you guys to take advantage of to let me know how you feel about how the First Amendment has affected the overall education and behavior of law enforcement. So if you guys don't mind, go over there and pick one of the four, or let me know how you feel about it in the comment section if you don't agree with all of it or any of it. So I'd like to hear you guys' feedback. Don't forget, you guys, I posted a link in the description for the new Foulmouth Veteran merchandise store. If you feel interested in that, go ahead and check it out. At least check it out. Give me a thumbs up or let me know what you think about it. But that's it for today, guys. Short and sweet. Bring awareness. This guy got charges dropped against him. Thank God. I hope the DOJ comes in, and these cops need to be held accountable for what they do. 100%, without a doubt. So with that being said, you guys stay free, stand strong, stay vigilant. This is Foulmouth Veteran, and I'm out.